Hi, this is Eternal King bringing you another gameplay video today. So I wanted to look at another storied franchise that had been shut down. I wanted to look at Deus Ex.
Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 250
So already the intro's coming in strong. We got Adam Jensen, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix published. This is Deus Ex. So again, the reason why we're doing this video is because Arcane Studios was shut down recently. And by shutting down Arcane Studios, they were really the last people still making immersive sims. Immersive sims are basically done now. There is no studio left to make them.
You have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa. Are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen!
Unfortunately, there isn't much of a market for immersive sims, but I gotta be honest, if you're a fan, you're a fan.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you.
I still think this game looks great. 5 years on, it still looks amazing.
Down our ass and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Iran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got.
Now, I do plan on covering Arcane Studios games soon, so we're going to do Dishonored. But I wanted to start with Deus Ex, because Deus Ex is like the best well-known immersive sim in gaming history.
Black market merchandise, dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
We're not going to like it when Interpol disrupts that party. Is things cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident.
Now, what about you guys? Do you guys miss immersive sims? Do you miss Thief? Do you miss Dishonored? Do you miss Deus Ex? I do. You know, I was really sad when Bethesda closed down Arcane Studios, and I was really sad when, before that, Eidos Montreal was closed down by Square Enix.
Inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his
Arcane and Eidos Montreal were both amazing game studios, and they never should have been shut down. Same thing with Tango. Just like, why?
You're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level. A halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
I do plan on going lethal this time,
I'm not leaving
just for
my
fun.
six exposed. Give me something lethal.
Your call, but Singh's undercover in all this.
So watch your fucking sides.
What about range? There's lots of white spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
We'll take the revolver.
Never was one to play the odds. Give me something I can use up close.
You got it. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said the Jinn are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
Keep an eye out for it. Now we're on the clock here. You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute.
And to be
So
honest,
we're scrambling a little.
even a lot
If
of the
it comes
larger
to it,
studios
number
are
one
feeling the
priority
pressure.
is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Like, you think about the design shift that happened with CD Projekt Red when they moved from The Witcher franchise to Cyberpunk, there was a pretty massive shift that happened there. And likewise with Bethesda, when they moved from Fallout to Starfield, there was a pretty major design shift that happened there. So again, I don't know if that's like staff changing over the course of 5 years, or COVID, or bad management, or just a mixture of things, but like it seems like, and again, I hope you're getting the sense from my channel that like 5 years ago we had a ton of high quality IPs for every single franchise you wanted to play, and then 5 years later it's mostly live service garbage and remakes, and I don't know how that happened. Like this is awesome. This 5 years on, this is still like bone chilling intro in terms of what Deus Ex is. I am aware that Mankind Divided is largely seen as the third best Deus Ex game, and like that's fine, whatever. I agree.
Leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
Yeah, no, so I agree that Mankind Divided is probably the third best in the franchise, but it just turns out that the third best Deus Ex game is also 3 times better than pretty much any other game. And again, we will look at Arcane Studios, I promise. We are looking at Dishonored and Prey once I get there, because again, that's like the more it's the more relevant development, like right, it's a more, you know, recent development with you know, Arcane Studios closing down recently, and then Eidos Montreal getting closed down by Square Enix like a while ago. Again, not long for me, but long for other people.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck.
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
Should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
No, again, I think the game continues to look great in terms of a 5-year-old title. There are... Okay, apparently that's not going to blow up like I thought it would. I guess it's true, fire extinguishers don't really blow up. So we can do the good old wall punch. So again, the whole point of this tutorial is just to introduce you and to, you know, what an immersive sim is. Immersive sims are all about giving you options on how to approach any scenario. Right? So you can take the high ground, you can go through a vent, you can bust down a wall, you can go lethal, non-lethal, you know, whatever you think is going to be beneficial. And so this tutorial is literally just like a playground in terms of getting that done. Door is locked. I'm not a huge fan of hacking minigames. I think that's like the one thing I'll say has not aged the best when it comes to immersive sims. It's like whether it's like lock picking from a Bethesda game, or like, again, hacking from a Bethesda game, hacking in terms of Deus Ex. It does feel a little dated. I would be fine with like a skill check. And we're definitely not doing the tutorial. We're going to do a multi-lethal takedown here. Just for fun. Yeah. We're going to go in fully lethal. We're going to use Jensen's cool arm blades. That is the one kind of funny thing, though, about this Deus Ex in regards to, you know, compared to the other ones, is because Jensen's arm blades are so cool, you kind of always want to do it. Like, it's just, it's so cool. Like, why wouldn't you use it? That's kind of what makes Jensen a unique character, is his arm blades.
Anomaly detected. Tray access granted.
Now, the one nice thing about this minigame is it is mercifully short, right? Like, it does not take long to get through the minigame.
Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's got to hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can't. Time is not on our side.
Yeah, we're going to try to use Jensen's augments as much as possible in the tutorial, just to, like, show you kind of what he can do in the context of the game. So we'll try to do an Icarus landing here. As Deadpool would say, that is a hero landing. Yeah. No tutorials, please. I get it. I know how to play the game. But yeah, man, do I miss immersive sims. I miss Thief. I miss Dishonored. Our poor Arcane Studios. I miss Deus Ex. And obviously, you know, even older titles like System Shock, Bioshock. Big miss here. But yeah, obviously visually, there have been some strides made in the last 5 years. Gameplay-wise, not as much as you might think. I forgot how to... There we go. Yeah, there is a cover system as well. Yeah, now the thing is you actually get less XP for killing people, and that was always a dumb design choice, I'm not going to lie. In a game that's all about player choice, you should feel free to, you know, kill people if you want to. Especially if your guy comes, you know, he's a human Swiss Army knife, you're going to do it. Like, that's what Jensen is. He's a badass augmented cyborg. You're going to use your augments, which includes the arm blades, because it's more fun. So, I'm not going to say that Mankind Divided and the new Deus Ex games are perfect.
Slower than expected.
If you're a min-maxer, you're going to have certain things that are going to, like, grate against your sensibilities.
Corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. Want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts, but I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
And I think the voice actor is fantastic. I personally think the voice actor is fantastic. But yeah, you see we got extra points there, Merciful Soul. Because it's the same button press, one button press, whether it's a hold or a press, like, it shouldn't make a difference. Yeah, there's, you know, in terms of the character models, some of the enemies look a little crispy, and like that's where you're seeing a little bit of the time passing.
Watch your 20.
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster, if you can disable it.
Roger that.
But it is very fun, just like using the different augments you get, whether it's breathing poison gas, you know, again, double man takedown. There are some wilder ones he unlocks in this game. We'll use a cover takedown here. And like, there is an argument that going from canned animation to first person is a bit jarring. I still think it's fun to watch Jensen do his kung fu. I haven't really changed my mind on that after 5 years. There's a lot of enemies over there, so we're probably going to skip them.
Did you say something?
Yeah, honestly, I think the core gameplay flow of, you know, a Deus Ex title is still really fun and unique. Like, there aren't many games like this. It's just fun. It's simple and it's fun. Jensen's overpowered. You can take guys out with a single button press. You know, but it is enjoyable. And you know, we can try to circle around these two guys now if we want, because we have, you know, adequately distracted them. But yeah, simple stealth, gameplay mechanics, a little bit of Rudy Tooty Shooty. Really nothing to complain about. I am playing on Give Me Days X, so I do feel like maybe this game should come with a higher difficulty. Just my personal opinion, the basic enemies, if you've played an immersive sim before and you understand the mechanics of it, this is not going to be overly difficult for you. But again, there's a lot of people, a lot of gamers out there that have never played an ImSim before. But that's basically what I wanted to show you. This was the kind of tutorial area for Mankind Divided, and man, ImSims are just, they hit different. Being able to use stealth and being able to pick locks and jump up high and move big boxes and break down walls and, you know, kill guys with your cool arm blades. It feels different to anything I've played in the last 5 years. And, you know, I don't think there's been anything like it since. I think Eidos Montreal were, you know, secret geniuses. I think this game was probably reviewed a little too harshly on release. I think it's much better than people thought it was at the time. But part of that is just like the benefit of time, right? As time passes and like all of a sudden you think to yourself, wow, you know, we thought that Deus Ex Mankind Divided wasn't as good as the original Deus Ex, and that made it a bad game. And then 5 years goes by and every single game out there is a live service cash grab, and everything is a remake or a remaster. And you're like, wow, Deus Ex Mankind Divided might have been the last amazing ImSim produced. Again, other than what came out from Arcane Studios, namely Dishonored, Prey, and Deathloop. Those, and again, we'll look at some of those titles as well. I plan on it, but I wanted to just, take a look at Deus Ex because Deus Ex is awesome. I don't really need a reason to. It's my channel. I'm not going to get paid either way, so I'm just going to look at games that I think are cool and introduce people to these games that I think are cool. And hopefully, maybe some of you will get get more respect for what PC gaming used to be. PC gaming used to be kind of its own thing, and it was defined by games like Deus Ex. Was like one of the first like hardcore PC games. And now we just don't get that. Now we have live service cash grabs that generally don't push the graphics envelope, and then we have remasters and remakes that push the graphics envelope, but they're old games and mechanically not that interesting. This is Eternal King, signing out.